Hello everyone, I'm your host SunDej for the Manifesting Through Music Conference, and today we have another speaker, and he goes by Turn Me Up B, Killer B. You might know him as Killer B.
That's right.
And he's going to tell you about his experience in the industry, who he's worked with, and just give you the backstory on his experience.
What's up? Y'all should know me. You know, I produced a lot of records. Let me try to give you a short rundown. I did Pimpin' a Gangsta, Dirty Boys. That was on Universal, and I also over Rap a Lot. I had Raw Reese, you know what I'm saying? It was over at Rap a Lot, you know. I did stuff for Chingy, I did stuff for Nelly, Tiffany Fox, Trey Songz was one of my business partners, you know. So I work with a nice, you know, amount of people and still working now. I got a lot of records that's out there, so independent and majorly. So, you know, that's it.
Cool. So can you tell us about how you got started with your record label and, you know, just some of the things that you learned in that process as far as like working with different artists or, you know, just having a label in general on the business side of music?
Well, you know, having a label is definitely hard. It's a lot of work, a lot of responsibility that comes with it, and you have to be a leader. You know what I'm saying? And know how to structure a team to make the artist successful in the independent world. So I got started producing first. First, I thought I was a rapper.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I was.
Can we listen to any of the things that you like? Is it out there for us, like on Spotify or Apple?
Heck no.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, not to say I'm old or not, you know what I'm saying? I know I'm looking young and everything, but Spotify wasn't even around,
Okay.
you know, at the time when I was so-called saying I was gonna be a rapper or whatnot, but I just stuck with what I was best at, and that was making beats, and I knew how to mix. I knew how to make records, you know what I'm saying? And I stayed doing it instead of going to clubs. I did a lot of sacrifice. That's what this music industry requires. You know, if you're not gonna do that, then you might as well get out the way completely, because you're gonna sacrifice a lot of time with no pay. You gotta love it. But see, I love it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I can go all day and be in the studio, and I used to do that. Sometime I used to go to my homeboy Rat Face house, shout out to him, and I used to use his studio when I couldn't afford a studio. And then when I used to work at McDonald's and I ended up working at Red Lobster, I used to save my money, and I used to go to pawn shops and buy equipment that didn't have manuals, keyboards, you know, and different things like that. And I used to just sit there. It wasn't no YouTube. Wasn't none of that. So I had to teach myself how to, you know, use all the equipment. And once I did that and mastered that, I started, you know, letting people hear my beats. I started building up confidence, you know, and some people was like, no, I don't like that. Then some people was like, you cold.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was more positive than negative. And I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna stick with it. And I used to stay in the basement or wherever I was at. I always had some headphones on, and I always was staying current with the sound. So I end up, me and a couple friends end up starting a little group or whatnot, and I had some equipment, you know, and it's called Off the Chain Music at the time, and you know, that kind of broke up, and then I kind of just, you know, started Untouchable Records. And off of Goodfellow, I had a studio over there, and I was one of the ones who brought Tila in town. And I had Yuck Mouth come in. He came and ate at my house. You know, I was like 19, 20, and I was doing those type of things, big things back then on my own.
Okay, so can you tell us too about what, as artists today, can expect when it comes to working with a label?
Now that everything is so much digital, you know, for me, and I would say some other labels, I mean, all the labels are for them to sign you to put money up. Let's say this. If you're an artist, this is a business. This is entertainment. Let's just say that. This is entertainment. Everything, you know what I'm saying, is an illusion. You know what I'm saying? Some of it is your real life, but you have to be entertaining. And you have a lot of talented artists that's great, but they lack in picking up the social media or letting people know who they are, because that's the time that we're in now, that we have all of this social media. So back then it was a little bit different. We have to put flyers out. We was putting posters out. We was doing all of the street team work. No matter if I was the CEO or not, I was out there putting posters and flyers out, and coming up with creative ideas to make people pay attention to what I got going on in the city. It's the same formula, but just in social media. So if you're putting records out, you rolling them out, you just don't throw them out. You come up with a nice plan to roll out a record. The artwork is right. Your first impression is everything, you know what I'm saying? So you need to put together a nice budget, figure it out with where you want to, what's important to you, put the money.
When you mean just as far as a rollout is concerned?
Right.
For a single specifically?
Right.
Okay.
It's so much to take in,
Yeah.
And it's because it's a lot of things that people have to do, artists have to do. But I would say they definitely need to. I have a lot of artists that come to me and say, "Hey, can you sign me? Can you this and that?" And my main thing is when picking artists up, I look at some of their numbers, see what they've been doing themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because it's an investment. If you're not spending money yourself, why do you want me to spend my money on you? Mm-hmm. And not only that, time. I can get money back, but one thing I can't get back is my time. Yeah. And then developing an artist requires a lot of time. It's a relationship, it's a marriage, So if you want people to pay attention to you, you have to do some of that work yourself. And labels will come. And everybody always like, how do I get a deal? How do I get a deal? Well, you need to put the work in. You need to figure out the marketing strategy and know, be a little bit different, make it very interesting, you know what I'm saying? So,
you know what? I really like what you said about, I literally just made a TikTok about investing in yourself as an artist. And if you can put your own music as a product out and say, hey, this is good, listen to it. Not necessarily saying that you have to say it like that, but you know what I mean? But finding ways to get it out there, then it's gonna be hard for other people, and I don't even mean labels, but the people you're trying to reach, like who you feel they would be the perfect listener. You know what I mean? They have to feel the story behind it. They have to feel the message. They have to connect with something in that. So I think that's like the first thing as an independent artist that you could do before you even try to, because anything after that, the label is just going to be able to add to.
A lot of artists, not to cut you off, a lot of artists just feel like they could just go in the studio, make the music, and put it out, and it's gonna go viral. No. If you're not an artist that, dancing all in the videos, you know what I'm saying? Like dancing all in the videos. If you're not doing all that, the TikTok stuff, that goes viral. If you're not that type of artist, because you got some artists that doesn't do that. They're just pure talent and make great records, and they have an issue with trying to go viral. They don't do the goofy stuff, or play tricks or whatever, however the case, to make that happen. But the best thing you could do is, if you go into the store, you might like the Fruit Loop cereals. You like, I'm gonna go get me some Fruit Loops. That's content. That's just the simplest things. Kind of like makes, brings people in, your fans in. You got to start building a fan base, and it'll start growing. So.
Okay, so before we wrap things up, what's something that like maybe an artist that you work with, they've done that sabotaged
their career?
maybe not even their whole career, but kind of held them back from getting to another level?
I would say leaving the nest too soon, and what that means is the people that you start with that believes in you are the ones who should go with you, especially if they created a sound with you, they took their time with you, they spent their money with you. If they're not they should not be removed from industry people that's already in the industry, that's getting money, that understands the music business better than the person that came with you up. You should not, I see a lot of this, you should not knock them out of the way, especially they got you to a certain part where you're supposed to, that was the goal to get to make money with them. I see a lot of artists would jump ships because they had disagreements with, they don't feel like we should do this or we should do that. But those formulas that the person that first came and found you, those things got you there to that. You know what I'm saying? So I've seen artists that don't know how to explain, or whenever money start coming in, then people start saying, I want to distance out, I want to get away now. And they count their chips too soon, and when they do that, then they get dropped. Or the industry people that has them that don't care anything about you, and they know the music business, and they treating you just like, you just a product. We just gonna make this little money and then you gone. So if you got a single, you hot then, we're gonna get whatever we can out of it, and then dish you to the side and move to the next artist. Instead of the people that was actually there for you, that really care about you and want to see you win, and everybody makes money. So loyalty is a big thing in this situation, but be loyal to the right person. Yeah. I really feel that a lot of that goes on in the music industry. So adding the wrong person to your situation can mess it up. So.
This was good. I want to say thank you so much for coming to share your knowledge and your wisdom with my online platform and community. Yeah, boy. So before we go, can you just tell people where the best place is to reach you on social media and where they can connect with you? Okay,
so my Instagram is Untouchable Records 618 Loopy. That's BRB Loopy, RBRB _Loopy. To follow him as well, and Mark Q, officially Mark Q, is another artist that I represent as well, and I think that's about it. Yeah, hit me in the DM if y'all need me, and hey, get you one of those tracks, those turn me up beat tracks. You know what I'm saying? I work with all independent artists.
Thank you so much, and make sure if you haven't already registered for the conference, if you want to see the other speakers, register at the link in my bio, and you'll get access to the links. I'll have all that stuff.
It might be right there. It might be over there.
Right. We don't. I'll give y'all links so you can access all of that. So thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in the next segment. Bye.